Good morning, guys. Um, I think I've been following too much news. I've been soaking up too much news, man. I remember when things was much better. I remember when we had presidents. I remember disagreeing with presidents, and I would give anything to get back one of those presidents that I disagreed with. A lot of Americans who are suffering, who still don't have jobs, got one tooth in their head, walking around screaming MAGA when all you see is gums, talking about how great they feel and how much better they're doing. They can't see a dentist. All right. Look like they haven't taken a shower since Trump took office. Looking like they haven't had a good night's sleep or they haven't changed their clothes since Trump took office. All these promises that he made to places like Ohio. Ohio was a purple state, man. I think they went to Obama twice. Joe Biden got that infrastructure bill passed, and things was moving. And Trump reversed everything. Everything. Clean energy for farmers. Farmers overwhelmingly voted for Trump, even though Biden was subsidizing all their equipment, all the clean energy stuff. They went for Trump. Ohio went for Trump the first time, and they saw all the factories that Obama saved went down, got closed. So I ask myself, what do these people really want? And I started going back in my head because I said to myself, after Bill Clinton had a balanced budget, well, I can't say they went for George Bush. The Supreme Court stopped the count, like what Trump was asking for. The Supreme Court stepped in, stopped the count, and gave George Bush the election. And 24 years later, we're over $40 trillion in debt, coming from a balanced budget. But let's talk a little bit about Bill Clinton. Say they went against Bill Clinton because he put a little thing in Monica Lewinsky's mouth. Um, she did it willingly, wasn't against her will, and that wasn't a part of the Epstein files. All right. Fast forward. They went to George Bush, and he put us a couple of $1 trillion in debt. What do Americans want? Obama came to the rescue. I hated a bunch of things that Obama did. He bailed out the banks and he didn't bail out Americans. And the banks went on to earn more and more, and then they changed the rules. So instead of investing in employees, they do stock buybacks. And all that kind of stuff happened under Obama. I hated Obama for that shit. But he brought the economy back from the brink of a recession. Right? But the middle class started to disappear. But he brought it back. And he brought unemployment back from 11% to around 3%, right? And he set policies in place that was driving the economy, right? We should understand that the stock market is not the economy, even though the stock market was doing well. We weren't doing as well as the stock market, but there were jobs, and the job growth kept going up and up, right? Then America chose Donald Trump. And for the love of God, we told you this dude, everything about Donald Trump was out there. You didn't have to wonder about it. You didn't have to second guess yourself. It was out there. This dude is a bad businessman. He bankrupted every single company. He stole from students about Trump University. You voted for him. This dude ran a train wreck through the economy, and people talk about, oh, the economy was good under Trump. No. This dude was riding an Obama wave, and to the end of his presidency, it was crashing. People talk about COVID destroyed him. No, COVID saved him, because it gave him something to blame. He was crashing. Biden came in and he saved it. Inflation was bad under Biden, but he saved it. And Americans gave it back to Trump after an insurrection. And this dude pardoned everyone under the sun who tried to steal an election. And then he took over the Justice Department. He started going after his political enemies. He started wars, tariffs. No, we can't afford gas. People can't afford food. They're doing insider tradings so openly and obviously. His crypto coin scams, accepting jets, his son's dirty dealings in drones and crypto, and the executive branch scams. Republicans, are you really gonna vote for Republicans this November? You gonna let them gerrymander to hold on to power because they have bad policies that they cannot defend? So they're going to gerrymander to hold on to power, and you're going to vote for them? What you going to tell your kids? What will you tell your kids? Huh? What will you tell your kids when it all falls down? What?